Hello and welcome back, guys. So what I want to do now is to fix our image issue problem. So as you can see, if I use anything apart from just a single item in here, I get this problem here. So what we need to do is give our images an absolute path. So to do that, we could just go into the every page and type HTTP and so on and give them absolute paths, but that is not sustainable because once we go to our live server, or we just change the server for some reason, the folders change, it's going to be a problem because we have to retype every link on the entire website, which is completely impractical. So what we want to do instead is we want the website itself to automatically adjust to the current situation. So instead here we will create a variable called root, which we are going to be using throughout as the default folder for where we are here. So the point is to just get the folder that we want. So we're going to use a definition so that it's available everywhere. We're going to say define. So define is for declaring constants. So here I would declare this one as root, and I will give it a value of root. So let's now create this root right here. So what I want to do is I will say root is equal to, first let me put empty string like that so we don't get any errors. But for now, what I want to see is the server. So I want to use the server because we have the server data, and the server data changes when we change the server. So that is a good candidate for us to get the variables from. So let me put a pre-tag here so that I can see what's contained in server. So let's opening pre-tag, closing pre-tag. That's nice. So let's come back and do that. So once we refresh, now we see things in here. Now this is the so there's a bunch of information here. So there's specific information what I want to do is recreate this first part just up to my book here without everything else then, because I know this is the folder that everything else is in. So I just want to recreate this part, but I want to include the HTTP part as well, because that could be important. So what I'm going to say is, if you look here, I'm seeing the request scheme which is saying HTTP, so I will get that as one of my candidates. So say root is equal to, I'll start with that, server, put server there, not forgetting, and then put my commas there. So it's HTTP, we know that's the value, and then let's add to it. So from there, once we have, it's HTTP like this, and we need to put full colon / like that to make it a real link. So I'll move that in there and delete this, put a dot there to add to. So there we go. So what else are we adding here? So let's add something else. So after HTTP, there's the server name. Sometimes it's www. whatever it is. So server name right there. So let's copy that baby there. Oh, apparently I didn't copy. So let's paste there, not forgetting the server, and then the quotes. Okay, so there up to here we have localhost. So HTTP localhost, but we still need to know the path. So this normally should be enough for when you're using the online situation, but for us who have subfolders here, we have a subfolder there, that isn't enough. So let's look for something else that leads us to the public folder, or to the actual folder. So let's see here. So router is our page. So good. Yeah, actually this is the one. See my book up to there. So let's grab the script name, or we could use PHP self, either way. but I think maybe let's use PHP self. So then all we need to do is remove router.php, and then we have that at our disposal. So let me just add that to the situation here, and not forgetting server right there. Okay, so PHP self, but as you remember, this has router at the end, so all we need to do now is do a string replace. So here I will do a str_replace. So what we are searching for is router.php, and we're replacing it with nothing. Our subject is root, and that's it. There we go. Okay, so define root replace. Very good. So now let's see what root contains right here. So I'm going to echo this and say echo root. There we go. Now refresh. Oopsie, syntax error. I love syntax errors because they are so easy to solve. It says unexpected semicolon on line 15. So we made a mistake. Let's see why we made a mistake. Okay, so we have two opening brackets but only one closing bracket, so let's close that up there and our error be gone. So we don't need this server echoing out there for no apparent reason. Instead here we'll say create root variable. Okay, so let's see our okay, so there we go. So we get this HTTP, our carefully constructed string, localhost mybook/. So that looks like a very good candidate for our images. So let's try one image first. Let's go to our, let me remove that. Okay, so this is done here. So let's go to our profile.php. Wrong folder. Where is our folder? Now I get confused. Okay, so we are inside, too many projects going on. Okay, so here we are inside, where is profile? Okay, there we go. Finally we get there. Okay, so now for you to know where all the images are is simple, because images have one property that is only with images, and that is source. So if we search for that, we will see source, and I can just click on find all, and it will tell me 4 selected regions, 4 matches found. So pretty good. Let me just click the right cursor here so that we move a bit. And right inside the source, we're going to put root at the beginning there. So don't put the $sign here, because this is not a variable, this is a constant. And then let's concatenate like that. Now the thing is, this is a string, right? Okay, so I can't do this actually. What I could do is just put this inside curly brackets like so, and it will be considered a variable because there are double quotes outside. So root, that way I can separate it from this one. So let's see how that works. Boom. So I don't even know what that image is. Profile image, right? So let's see that. Nah, we don't get nothing. So let's go to user data profile image. Let's go to the profile image itself and right click right here. It's there somewhere here. Let's inspect the element so that we see what the source is. So now it's telling me root. This doesn't look like what we did. Did I save this? So save profile.php and refresh. Why is it doing that? I deleted the dot thingy, but so it would seem we are editing the wrong place. Oh, okay, there we go. I see. Change profile image area. Oh, I see. So that's my bad. This is the wrong place. Okay, so let's undo what we did here throughout, because I think I forgot that I was editing multiple lines here at the same time, and when correcting it, instead I corrected just one. So this was entirely my fault. So let's try again. Let's put root there inside the brackets, and let's try again. Okay, so this doesn't seem to be working. So undo everything up to the point where you had started doing that. So let's go image by image, shall we? If all goes to the worst. So at this point here, image is equal to that, and then get, so cover image right there. Now the question here is, file exists. Does it find the file? Okay, without putting root there. I think it does. So what I will do instead is get thumbnail here, image. So let's try and put the root here. So I'll say root and then concatenate like that. So let's refresh. And as we can see, the image, one image has come to life. So let's do exactly that for the rest of these guys. So let me just copy root because I'm lazy like that. So come down here to the profile image, do exactly the same thing. Actually, I can even be lazier than this by copying, including the dot there, because I keep needing to type it again. So let's try profile image, and we have our profile image. So same thing here. So let me just find source so that we can be going step by step. So at this point here, this one is for change profile image area. So let's just put it there because we will find it when we click on change profile image. Remove the dot here. When we can confirm that by, let me refresh, and then click on change profile image. So I'm not seeing it there, so it seems things didn't go as planned. So what I will do instead is move out of the string, put the root there, and get back to the string like so. So let's try that again. Okay, much better. So that's working better. And let's do the same thing on change cover. So click find again to get to the next level, and let's do the same thing here. Like so. Oh, what happened there? Okay, there we go. So root, there we go. So that when we say change cover image, we have similar results. Okay, good. So now let's go down to these guys. Now, the advantage of the rest of this is that because of our modular design, meaning we are patching things up from file to file, because you see these posts are individual separate files, we don't need to keep going down to find images. We can just change inside the post file, and everywhere where we're displaying this post will have changed. So this is the advantage of modular design, where things are cut into smaller pieces, because when your website is big, you can easily make large changes at once. So let's see what else we need here. I think this is about it, because all these I'm refreshing here have root in them, and that's good. So all we need to do now is go to post.php, and in here we have a fresh batch of images that need our attention. So I've just pasted there. Let's go to another one. And what is this though? Row image. Okay, this is the image in the post itself. So let's get out of the string, paste, and get back in. Okay, so let's go find something else. Okay, I think that's about it. So if I refresh now, I will see that on our posts, everything is now showing except here. So that one is inside user.php. Okay, so same thing here, echo friend root. Let's go find another source. It's the only source. Who knew? And it definitely didn't work. So why is that? Okay. Oh, that's because we put this on the link. So that's actually another thing I almost forgot, because we have links everywhere and we need to change those links to suit our new system. So here it's the source that I should be looking for and paste there. So refresh and there we go. Okay, so everything is looking good. Let's try and go to a comment section here, and it's going to work. But the problem is, you see at the top here we have what's this here? We have single post.php and then we have an ID there. So this is not very ideal. Actually, we did not even go to the single post, did we? Apparently not. So this is another problem here. So as you can see, because our links were relative as well. Now what we get here, let me copy this so you can see it much clearer in here. What am I doing? Okay. So as you can see, what has happened now is this profile is at the front, which is not supposed to be. It was just supposed to be my book, single post.php, and then this. Now, the reason our link has added profile is because our link was relative as well. We didn't put the entire absolute path. We just stored it single.php. And as soon as it sees whatever is here, it just adds to the front. So in order to avoid this, we have to put root on our links as well. Surprise, surprise. So this is why we haven't gone to our post here. So it will be easy because all the links are inside post.php, and of course that part here. Let's see, we have links here as well. So every link must be changed. So now, even if we change these links to absolute paths, it won't affect our old system of doing things. That will still work because absolute paths are absolute paths. So doesn't change anything. So post.php, let's try with the post first. So here our links all have href, so let's just look for href everywhere. So like at this point here, I will say I move out of the string and then put that root dot and then get back in the business. So all I can do here is copy this part so I can be lazy again. So this one is where we click on what is this, the username? Is it profile? Yeah, that's the username. But let's try one where our post is. So let's look for the next href, which is the single post right here. So what I will do is just like we did here, we will do exactly the same here. But for some reason I used single quotes on this one. I don't know why. Oh yeah, maybe because I copied this from an HTML page. Okay, so there we go. Put single quotes here. That should sort the problem out. So let's refresh the page. Let me go back a notch. Refresh the page, and now let's click on. Oops, there's nothing here. I see. Is it? Oh, there is. So if I click, bam. So we are being taken to the correct place, but something isn't right. Use of undefined constant root. Ooh. Okay, so I see what's going on here. So what we ought to do is this for a moment. Now, the reason why we are getting this error is because we are using the old link here, which doesn't include router.php. So this link doesn't go through our router page here. And so root is not defined here. So what we could do is just cut out root from here. Now this introduces a bit of a problem. So because the thing is, we need root to be there every time. Okay, not really a problem. So let's just undo this. I will save this. And then I will go to, let's come to the, what page in classes is always on? And that's auto load. Yeah, so auto load is here. Now the problem is we cannot redefine something that we've already defined, right? So we've already defined a root in here, so we cannot redefine it again. So what I will do is, let me put an if statement here, because sometimes the system will pass through here and then load whatever is required, and then when we load that, that's when it will load the auto load function. So meaning this has already been declared by then, that's when we are going here. So what I just want to ask at this point is if it already exists. So let's say if is set root. Let's see what that returns. If is set root, echo root. Let's see that. So refresh. Oh, wait a minute. Right.